And if the clerk could take the roll, please.
Commissioner Lutz.
Here.
Commissioner Brassad.
Here.
Commissioner Kordiak. Commissioner Silveraja.
Here.
Commissioner West.
Here.
Commissioner Gamache.
Here.
Commissioner Schulte.
Here.
Okay, the first item is tax claims and abatements. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, so it's been moved by Commissioner Schulte, second by Commissioner Brassad. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Lutz.
Aye.
Motion carries. Then we have the review of the checks issued from Finance and Central Services and from Human Services. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Look, second by Commissioner Gamache. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Then we have the approval of our minutes from the May 26th County Board meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner West, second by Commissioner Schulte. Any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Welcome. We have one item under Chair's remarks today, the recognition of some of the men and women who have spent much of their careers in service to the residents of Anoka County. The employees we recognize today have been here for up to 35 years, which is truly amazing. And on behalf of the residents of Anoka County, it's our privilege to thank you and just take a moment to honor you today. So I'd like to call on Assistant County Administrator Mike Roth to lead our recognition program.
Madam Chair, Commissioners, staff, and guests, I'm personally honored, and we as an organization are honored to recognize those employees with 30 or 35 years of service to Anoka County and its citizens. I'd like to call the following employees forward with 30 years of service and ask Commissioner Look to present to a few of that group their certificates. Greta Ege, who is currently a Property Specialist 3 in Property Records and Taxation. Greta is unable to be here today, so her supervisor, Cindy Foster, is accepting her certificate on her behalf. Linda Ebevold, who is currently a Financial Assistant Specialist in Economic Assistance. Sally Gauthier, who is currently a Division Administrative Supervisor in the County Attorney's Office. I'd like to now ask Commissioner Brassad to present the certificates to the next few 30-year employees. Thanks, Commissioner. Thank you. Linda Geltert, who is currently an Office Support Assistant in Economic Assistance. Harry Grams, who is currently an Engineering Technician 5 in Highway. Pamela Morelli, who is currently a licensed practical nurse in social services. I'd like to ask Commissioner Kordiak to present the certificates to the next few 30-year employees. Lori Olmstead, who is currently a senior social worker in social services. Sharon Rasmussen Sprague, who is currently a senior social worker in social services, is unable to be here today, but will make sure she gets her certificate. Jane Rose, who is currently a traffic engineering manager in highway.
Yes, she is.
I'd like to ask Commissioner Severaja to present the certificates to the next few 30-year employees. Helen Schwagel, who is currently a collections specialist in the Finance and Central Services Treasury Department. Danelle Wahlberg, who is currently a senior accounting clerk in corrections. Thomas Wells, who is currently the chief deputy in the sheriff's office. I would like to now call the following employees forward with 35 years of service and Commissioner West to present to a few of that group their certificates. Maria Dirks, who is currently a case aid specialist in social services. Robert Egan, who is currently an investigative supervisor in the county attorney's office. Donna Flores, who is currently a financial assistance specialist and economic assistance, who is unable to be here today, but will make sure she gets her certificate. I'd like to ask Commissioner Gamache to present the certificates to the next few 35-year employees. Marquita Hanye, who is currently a senior social worker in social services, is unable to be here today, but will make sure she gets her certificate. Susan Larson, who is currently a principal accounting clerk in Job Training Center. Danelle Lawrence, who is currently a lead dispatcher in Central Communications, is also unable to be here today, but will make sure she receives her certificate. I'd like to ask Commissioner Schulte to present the certificates to the last few 35-year employees. Colleen Perjeski, who is currently an office support assistant and economic assistance. Catherine Strong, who is currently a records technician in the sheriff's office. And finally, Timothy Yantos, who is currently the Deputy County Administrator in County Administration.
Are there any comments at all from fellow commissioners?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Commissioner Cordia.
I think it's mentioned here, but wasn't mentioned at the dais, that this does represent some 675 years of service embodied in 21 people. Remarkable tenure and recognition of what we are in Anoka County. Thank you.
Well, this has been just a real treat for me. It's like old home week. Nice to see so many people that I've worked with for so many years, and you can blame some of them for training me in your problems with me. So we are so blessed in Anoka County to have long-term, loyal employees who are so knowledgeable. I mean, just the wealth of knowledge within this group here is absolutely amazing. And I know that Commissioner Kordiak mentioned 675 years. That is a lot. And, we just can't thank you enough for your hard work, your dedication, kind of riding the storm, the ups and downs. I know that life here sometimes can be challenging, and there's, every year it seems to be new and different changes. And want to just thank you for hanging in there and just having that positive attitude and doing the best that you possibly can to serve the residents of Anoka County, just with class and with the quality they deserve. So again, thank you so much. We really appreciate the opportunity to honor you today. So that concludes Chair's remarks. Again, thank you so much for your service. And now on to committee reports, beginning with Management Committee, Commissioner West.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The first item on the agenda is a reclassification from Parks and Community Services effective May 30th, 2015. It goes from a 1 FTE Senior Accounting Clerk, grade 8, to a 1 FTE Office Services Coordinator, grade 11.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Brassad. Is there a second?
Second.
A second by Commissioner Schulte. Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad. Aye.
Motion carries.
And next item on the additional agenda is there are 3 new positions in Central Communications 911, and it's our higher ahead plan that we have come up with. It's 1 FTE Dispatcher 1, grade 209.
I'll move it.
Okay, it's been
Second.
moved. Is there a second? Okay, second by Commissioner Look. Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Silveraja,
Aye.
Commissioner West,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte,
Aye.
Commissioner Look,
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad,
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Right.
Motion carries. Next item.
That next item, 1B, is consider recommending approval and execution of contract C0004316. It's the option to lease agreement between the County of Anoka and Common Bond Communities as the lessee for the future redevelopment and long-term leasing of cottages 2, 3, and 4 and adjacent property at the Rum River Human Services Center, which is located within the Circle campus at 3300 Fourth Avenue. That project is just to reclaim those buildings for veterans' residents.
Is there a motion to approve?
I'll move it. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Look, second by Commissioner Schulte. Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner West,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte,
Aye.
Commissioner Look,
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad,
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak,
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Madam Chair.
Motion carries. Commissioner Look.
Thank you. I just want to make a comment. I didn't want to influence the vote necessarily before the vote was taken, but this is certainly something that the city of Anoka is interested in having happen. Very concerned with the property up there and preserving old architecture such as those buildings. These buildings are in terrible, terrible condition, and without these type of abilities to work with nonprofits, public-private type of partnerships, those buildings probably would have been torn down. So we wish them the best. We hope that they can get their financing together and certainly be able to reclaim these buildings and bring them back into their prime condition that they were many, many, many years ago. And we'll hopefully be able to work with the city of Anoka to see that happen.
Thank you. Any additional comments at all?
Madam Chair, I would just comment for everyone's edification who wasn't at the management committee or anybody that's watching that this is not a lease agreement per se. This is a temporary agreement to get them on the property, to do their due diligence, so we can craft a final lease agreement. They can make sure they can get the construction project done. It's kind of a due diligence piece, but this gets them control of the property so they can apply for the necessary funding to construct these properties.
And I'll just make a little bit of a clarification. This is an option to lease. So at this point in time, until we actually receive approval from the state of Minnesota, we would not be able to enter into any sort of actual lease. So appreciate all of the hard work and effort by Chris Carney, who has been yeoman's work in doing due diligence and really digging into the associated issues with an endeavor like this. I think in the end, if this is able to move forward, it really is a great opportunity and a real win, not only for the historic preservation of those buildings, but also to meet the needs of veterans within our community. So thank you for all of your hard work and effort.
And the last item is to consider Resolution 2015-66. It's the 2015 Special Board of Appeal and Equalization appointment of a replacement member, and that would be Charles Kruger.
Okay, and I'll offer the resolution. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries.
Madam Chair, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner West. Now we'll move on to Commissioner Schulte of the Transportation Committee report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Our committee met on June 1st. We have, I believe, 5 items for you here under action items. The first is the committee would recommend approval of resolution accepting a donation from Connexus Energy for the Anoka County Highway Department Adopt a Highway program. They're essentially donating the refuse bags that our Adopt a Highway folks use to pick up garbage. Saves us a great deal of money and keeps our roadways cleaner. So with that, I would offer the resolution.
Okay, resolution has been offered by Commissioner Schulte. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Right.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item.
The committee recommends approval of a resolution authorizing the preparation of a highway right-of-way plat for the project at 109th Avenue Northeast and Sunset Avenue from National Street to Heather Court in the cities of Blaine and Lino Lakes.
I will offer the resolution. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
Next, the committee recommends approval of a purchase of service agreement amendment number 1 with PCI Roads for emergency repair to Bridge 44th Street Bridge in Fridley to increase the total agreement to $116,605 and further authorize the chair of the county board and the county administrator to execute that agreement. Madam Chair, if I could continue just for a second. This is for the bridge over the railroad crossings at the Northtown Yard. It had some concrete spalling and falling into the yard, and so we had to have an emergency repair done, and there was more extensive repairs than we originally thought, which is why the amendment to the agreement is here before us.
Is there a motion to approve?
Move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, so it's been moved and seconded. Further discussion?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Commissioner Kordiak.
when might that repair be made?
Madam Chair, I believe it's completed already.
Yes.
Oh, is it really? Oh,
It is
oh,
done.
my. Okay. Okay.
Okay, roll call vote.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item.
The committee recommends approval to enter into a maintenance agreement with the Rice Creek Watershed District for stormwater management facilities within the reconstruction of Broadway Avenue and Kettle River Boulevard, and authorizing the chair of the county board and the administrator to execute that agreement.
I will move approval. Is there a second?
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Right.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item.
The committee recommends award of a contract for Transit Link Dial-A-Ride, another contract for regular route transit service, and another contract for master vehicle lease agreement to First Transit Incorporated, as recommended by the RFP evaluation panel, contingent upon approval by the Metropolitan Council of an interagency agreement with Anoka County to provide this service.
Is there a motion to approve?
I'll move it.
Is there a second?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Further discussion?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Commissioner Look.
I just, thank you. I'd just like to comment that some of the costs associated with Dial-A-Ride, I believe it is specifically, are pretty high, very high. And I know that we've commented before about what type of vehicles are necessary. There, you'll see the top left vehicle here, kind of a, it consumes a fair amount of fuel to operate that vehicle. And while many times I think we've all seen some of these vehicles going down the road empty or maybe one person in it, the thought always crosses your mind, well, can we use a more fuel-efficient car perhaps to do the same job? And so I know we've commented on this before, and I'd just like this comment to be reflected in the minutes that I think for the future, we need to really evaluate how we can more efficiently deliver these services.
Further discussion? Commissioner Look, I appreciate your comments, and I think that those are comments that we definitely need to make sure that we are also passing back to the Met Council, who ultimately has control over a lot of these dollars and how the contracts are set up and so forth. So I think it definitely is information and comments that need to be shared with them.
Madam Chair.
Commissioner?
I would comment that this is a new provider for us. Our most recent provider had done excellent. We had great service. We're very pleased with them. but this provider came in with a substantially lower amount. So we are saving considerable money over previous contracts, but again, it probably doesn't reach out to the exact level that Commissioner Look is pointing to. But it is, for everybody's clarification, it is a change in provider for us.
Okay. Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Brassad. Aye. Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And Madam Chair, we have 4 items for information. I just want to pull one out. And we did have Chuck Delaney from Armstrong Kennels in to discuss signage for his game fair. It's a big event in Anoka County. Some 45 to 50,000 people attend that annually. And it's right in the middle of our ground zero construction zone for Armstrong Overpass. So we're working with him to provide good signage that serves his needs, that protects the community and routes people on the correct roads safely. But it is a big event. It's roughly the same number of people that show up at our county fair. So it's that big. So it's important that we get those people in and out conveniently to the game fair and back to their hotels and restaurants and all the rest of the money they want to spend in our area. We want to make sure they get there safely. We worked with that, and I'm sure Doug in our transportation division and his team will make sure that happens. And just wanted to reflect that so that everybody knows we're going above and beyond to make sure that our business community can survive these construction projects that our transportation division and other transportation divisions throw at them. With that, the rest is all informational. And that concludes my report, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair,
Thank you. Commissioner West?
I'm wondering if anyone can tell us the dates of the game fair.
August 17th, 18th, 19th, I think, in previous years, but I don't want to be on the record for that, Madam Chair, but it's in that neighborhood.
It's that weekend and the following weekend, if I recall correctly.
22nd, 23rd, 24th, or something.
Yeah, but usually it's definitely 2 weekends in August. So,
Madam Chair?
yes.
I just had a question on, I wanted to bring it to Mr. Fisher. I had heard some things about the project on Bunker Lake Boulevard and the underpass or the tunnel that's going to go between the north side of Bunker over to the Bunker Hills Park. And I was just curious, were we getting information that the price was going up on that, or was that a rumor that I just heard from somebody?
Doug?
Madam Chair, Commissioner Gamache, County Board members, my name is Doug Fisher. I'm the Transportation Division Manager and County Engineer. No, we're still planning on including that piece in the project, and I don't believe that the costs have escalated.
Okay.
But I think the discussion has been is who pays the non-federal portion of that project, because usually the trails, and sidewalks, those type of urban amenities are a city cost share item. So I think that just the discussion has been who's going to pay the non-federal share of that tunnel.
Okay.
But right now, the tunnel is still an integral part of the project. We're not anticipating, cost have escalated to a point or anything that
Okay.
would remove it from the project.
All right, thanks.
Commissioner Look?
Madam Chair, I'm glad that Commissioner Gamache asked that question so we could pull up the game fair dates here. The first weekend is August 7th, 8th, and 9th. And the second weekend is August 14th, 15th, and 16th. So that lands differently every year. But of course, it's those weekends. And if you're going to attend it, be sure to bring your shotgun and those. A lot of fun out there. So encourage people to go.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Look. All right. That complete your report?
That concludes my report again.
All right. Then we will move on to Information Technology Committee report. Commissioner West.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have one action item today. It's the Information Technology Committee recommended that the county board approve contract C0004283 with TDS Metrocom LLC. It is for telephone dial tone service in the amount of $1,432,187.40. You think they could drop the 40 cents? With a change order of $20,000, not to exceed the amount I just said, for a term up to 5 years.
Okay, is there a motion to approve?
I'll move it.
I'll second.
Okay, and then, do you have additional information, Susan?
Madam Chair, members of the board, my name is Susan Freeland. I'm the Director of Information Technology. A bit more information for you. The service itself, the dial tone service, is not dependent upon any changes we make to our telephone equipment. So until technology changes, we'll always need this type of service regardless of the infrastructure. So that's one thing. The other piece is that 5 years is a really long time when you're talking about technology and potential changes that could save us money. So we worked with the county attorney's office in purchasing to negotiate an agreement where the rates are the rates of a 5-year term, but we're only locked in for 12 months. So anytime after that 12 months, if we want to drop the agreement, we can and go with another provider. And by negotiating the contract this way, we're saving the county about $118,000. So worth it to put out the promise of potential longer-term agreement, but again, keeping it flexible for the county.
Commissioner Look?
Madam Chair, just a quick question, Susan. You had, we're talking about unified communications a fair amount, and this doesn't impact that in terms of infrastructure?
Madam Chair, Commissioner Look, it does not. We will still need more of the server and network type infrastructure now versus the phone equipment, but this actual dial tone service will, unless technology changes, always need to be in place. And this is, I should add, in the operating budget for the telemanagement area of the county.
Okay.
Madam Chair.
Commissioner?
Just for clarification of the minutes, when Commissioner West was stating the item, she said that the two numbers were the same. The second one's actually $20,000 higher.
Oh,
Just so the minutes reflect that.
Madam Chair, Commissioner Schulte, I may have done a poor job of wording that. Actually probably sounds a little confusing. The agreement with the vendor is for the amount of the $1.432 million. The $20,000 change order will not go in the agreement. It just gives IT the ability, if we have something come up and we need some kind of emergency work done, to bring the vendor in for a cost not to exceed an additional $20,000.
Thank you for that clarification. That's helpful. Any additional comments, questions? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And Madam Chair, I'd just like to comment on the informational item we had is that, we have some very talented IT people who have created a system for our medical assistance probate recovery application. And we like to share our good things, and we made a decision as a committee to share that software with Dakota County. And within the hopes that if they find some improvements on it, then they share it back with us.
Fantastic, thank you. Okay, moving on to Parks and Community Services Committee report, Commissioner Kordiak.
Thank you, Madam Chair. John, maybe you can be handy, but I think I'll comment first of all, Madam Chair, on item number 1. We're here to adopt a resolution regarding accepting gifts, offerings that were made by various, basically Coon Rapids entities. We're offering assistance toward the annual kids fishing clinic.
Okay,
I'll
is there an offer of the
want to
resolution?
move it.
I'll offer it.
Okay,
Second.
Okay, further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad.
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item.
Secondly, Madam Chair, this is a process that we've gone through regarding a resolution of support for the East Anoka County Regional Master Trail System. You obviously recognize that we are forever working on the trail systems within and throughout Anoka County. In this case, we're working with the cities of Ham Lake, Columbus, East Bethel, and Linwood Township in our discussions with them and their local entities to consider where trailways might be. This is a futuristic planning process and a master planning process. Doesn't mean we're building anything today, but need to get an idea as to what we might, there we go, construct as time passes. And unless there's,
Is there an offer of the resolution?
I'll offer it.
Okay, resolution has been offered. Further discussion? John, could you highlight the timeline on this? I know that many times when people see a plan, they get very concerned. And if you could just highlight maybe the timeline that we might actually be looking at something
Sure,
like
I'd
this.
be happy to, Madam Chair. County Board members, I'm John Bondolindi, your Division Manager for Parks and Community Services. Generally speaking, on these types of projects, for the most part, which lie along the county highway system, because it's more economical to build the regional trails as part of a future highway project where multimodal transportation is included, we generally work with the Highway Department to roll those projects out at the time the Highway Department is looking to upgrade rural cross-sections of road to an urban cross-section. In this particular case, the portion of the trail that is subject to this resolution today is that area north of Bunker Lake Boulevard up to Isanti County. We're not anticipating doing any trail work in that corridor within at least the next 5 years, and I think it would be safer to say that we're probably more than 10 years out before we actually get into the construction of any of that trail along that corridor. So it is a long-term proposition. We are simply working through all of the master plans for the regional trails throughout Anoka County. We've been making an effort to do that over the last couple of years, such that when those opportunities become available, that we are in a position to help cost share the cost of those trail construction projects using both Metro Council bonds and or the new legacy program dollars.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item 3, regarding a resolution regarding the Park and Recreation to submit an application for funds. This is an annual process for the snowmobile and cross-country ski trails grant and aid process as we work with various long-time recognized snowmobile clubs and do work within our own county system for preparations of cross-country skiing. These monies come from us from the state, come to the county, and are allocated through us to these very entities to work on their trailway improvements, much of the work that they do themselves. We're just kind of the funnel to connect them to their funding.
Is there an offer of the resolution?
I'll offer it, Madam Chair.
Resolution's been offered by Commissioner Kordiak. Further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner West,
Aye.
Commissioner Gamache,
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte,
Aye.
Commissioner Look,
Aye.
Commissioner Brassad,
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak,
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye. Motion carries. Next item.
Thank you, Madam Chair. At item number 4, we can make this long or we can make this short. Now, I know that Jeff is just dying to jump up and tell us about this process, but this is a fairly annual process, you recognize, Madam Chair, regarding the resolution regarding the issuance of hunting permits for the deer management program for the coming year. Something that Anoka County has done for many years to engage our archery populations in what they do, and also to have an impact on our deer populations. We assess the nature of that population. When we find that there is some abundance of deer, which there usually are, we set up a hunt. Most commonly, those hunts have occurred in 3 places. They've been maybe 4, but over the years, we still continue to be the chain of lake systems in very specific and prescribed areas where people can hunt. The other is the Coon Rapids Dam vicinity, and prescribed dates and days and locations, and also the bunker facility, which we also offer for the availability of hunting. People have to take classes, they have to register, they have to go to their designated locations, they have to report what deer they took, and we have done this for many years to the satisfaction of all, I anticipate. So I think this year's program might resemble last year's.
Okay.
Unless you want more, that's what I'll offer.
Is there an offer of the 3 resolutions? Okay, 3 resolutions have been offered by Commissioner Look. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item number 5, maybe, John, you can comment about item number 5. It's not particularly unique, but it's very integral to what you do in the system.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Commissioner Kordiak, and Commissioners. I might ask Jeff Perry to come up and join me for this item as well. I asked him to be here today because I thought there might be questions about this project, and Jeff and his staff are implementing 2 projects that the county did receive funding for, and these came through the Outdoor Heritage Council, which is one of the other legs of the legacy program at the state. This is not Park and Trails Fund, it's legacy money. The county is receiving $380,000 to implement 2 projects. One is a Prairie and Oak Savanna Restoration Project at Rum River Central, and the other is a woodland and Oak Savanna Restoration, Prairie and Oak Savanna Restoration Project at Mississippi West Regional Park. We do have a small local share of $12,000, for which the most part will be made up with force account labor and equipment. But in terms of the actual scope of the work, which I think you might find interesting, if Jeff could just take a minute or two to explain that, he can give you a little bit more of a description of the projects themselves. Jeff?
Madam Chair, members of the board, my name is Jeff Perry, Planning and Resources Manager for the Anoka County Parks and Recreation Department. The scope of work here is to restore 165 acres of oak, savanna, and prairie habitat along the Rum River and Mississippi rivers. The work will entail removing invasive species, Siberian elm, buckthorn, sumac, red cedar, etc., coming in, burning the area off with prescribed fire, and then reseeding with a diverse mix of grasses and wildflowers. And there's also a terrace on the Mississippi River at Mississippi West Regional Park where we'll be planting native trees and shrubs to reestablish a native woodland habitat system as well. So since both of these projects are along major river systems in Anoka County, they're very important habitat for waterfowl species. It's in the primary federal flyway of the Mississippi River. It's also excellent habitat for white-tailed deer, for and other non-game species as well. So very important habitat project here in Anoka County, and it's one of our larger scale projects that we've undertaken in this county in the past 20 years. So we're anxious to get started on this project. We got very favorable bids. The actual bid award is not to exceed $396,500. Of that, there's a base bid of $324,958, and due to the fact that we received low bids, we have approximately $71,500 for some optional additional work as well, which will occur at both of the parks. So again, we're very pleased with the bids that came in, and we're looking forward to implementing this project.
Okay, is there a motion to approve?
Move.
Is there a second? Further discussion?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Kordiak.
over time, I've brought numerous of these kind of opportunities forward. We've done interesting things to vast sections of our county park system. The last meeting, Jeff, you talked a little bit about how you feel that very positive about the outcomes that we've had with these kind of projects. If I ever live long enough, and you do, maybe someday you can show me what it looked like 5 years ago and what it looked like after. I'd love to see what the impact of some of these opportunities, because I fully expect that you seem satisfied with them. I just don't really get the chance to walk around with my boots in the ground and see what the outcome was. So maybe someday we can enjoy our successes. Thank you. That was my only point,
Okay.
Madam Chair.
Thank you. Roll call vote.
Commissioner Gamache.
Aye.
Commissioner Schulte.
Aye.
Commissioner Look.
Aye.
Commissioner Brastad.
Aye.
Commissioner Kordiak.
Aye.
Commissioner Silveraja.
Aye.
Commissioner West.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Chair, for that. John and Jeff, I appreciate that. I will just comment on the information items. Probably the only thing of particular note is that we are beginning a three-phase process at the Wargo Nature Center. We are trying to make some internal improvements to, improve and enhance the utility of that facility both inside and out. And we are working right now on the entrance portion to try and make it, right now it's kind of, I'd call it kind of stark and kind of naked. And we are trying to brighten that up and expand that and provide some different opportunities and change the trailway systems and things. So that first phase will occur in the not too distant future. We reviewed that Parks meeting, and that process is moving forward, just to let you know.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Commissioner
That
Ford.
concludes my report.
Is there anything else to come before the county board?
Madam Chair, just a
Gamache.
quick thank you to John and his staff. After our Parks Committee meeting, we had an opportunity to golf at the Chamonix Golf Course. It's in beautiful shape, beautiful golf course. And as I was in the clubhouse, there was some discussion about a meeting that was going on from some high school coaches who were actually complaining about the difficulty of Chamonix Golf Course. And I just want to tell those high school coaches, if they should be listening, is that you want to teach your players how to play on a course like this because you can lose a lot of golf balls if you don't keep the ball hit straight down the middle. And yeah.
He is charged.
Exactly. But it was unfortunate, but I think they've had a good discussion going on about this is a good golf course to learn on, this is a good golf course to play on, and that they should continue to play their league events there. So I'm hoping that that continues. I was disappointed to hear they wanted to play somewhere where it was, I don't know, if it's easier. I'm not sure exactly what they're trying to teach the kids, but I'm hoping that they stay at Chamonix.
And Madam Chair, just for fear that we cast some dispersions upon the course, let me just tell you that we had an early start, that play's been good,
Yeah.
that the revenues have been very successful at this point in time. We're very optimistic, so we're doing very well there in spite of what the coach thought about his kids. But thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Well, unfortunately, I think sometimes in society, we're to the point where everybody needs to have a gold medal rather than starting off with a bronze or a silver. And maybe that was where some of that might be coming from. So it's certainly a beautiful course, and I think it's something that we're all very, very proud of. Commissioner Look.
Well, Madam Chair, we do go and we recover the balls that are lost, and it's a revenue source, so that's not a bad thing necessarily. Of course, Commissioner Kordiak has lost a few.
I think I remember that. I'm not going there again. No. Most people don't remember, and I'm not going to remind them.
I remember.
Is there anything else to come before the county board?
All right.
All right. If not, meeting's adjourned.